Hey everyone, coming back at you today with one TTM and one response from a NASCAR sponsor. So, first up, we'll start with the NASCAR sponsor, and that was CarParts.com with driver Michael McDowell. CarParts.com sponsored 4 races with Front Row Motorsports in 2020, and then they sent me 4 different cards also. Michael McDowell is most notably known for being the 2007 ARCA Rookie of the Year. And then in 2008, he had a major crash at Texas Motor Speedway during qualifying, where he went from 185 miles an hour to zero in about a foot when the front end housing snapped on his car and he went headfirst into the wall and flipped, absolutely destroying that car. If you've never seen that accident, look it up. You'll be amazed that he walked away from that with no injuries. Front Row Motorsports is, I'd say, a small budget team in NASCAR. They'll do well at super speedways. They have a good super speedway program. This is Michael's car from the 2020 Brickyard 400. Love that paint scheme. And Michael McDowell just seems like one of the nicest guys you could meet, unless you ask Bubba Wallace from last year's All-Star race. So that's Michael McDowell reaching out to CarParts.com. Next up is Mr. Bob Crippen. Mr. Crippen was an astronaut, and he's retired now, but he traveled into space 4 times. He was the pilot on the first ever space shuttle mission with Mission Commander John Young, who's with him there in the photo. That was aboard the Space Shuttle Columbia. They were in space for 54 and a half hours, orbiting the Earth 36 times. Mr. Crippen, his second mission was aboard the Space Shuttle Challenger and was most notable for having Sally Ride, the first female astronaut. And his final mission was the first mission with 2 female astronauts, one being Sally Ride again, and the second being Catherine Sullivan. It was the first mission to have a spacewalk by a woman with Miss Sullivan. It was the first mission with an Australian-born astronaut and also the first mission with a Canadian astronaut. In 1986, Mr. Crippen was appointed to help with recovery of the remains from the crew members for the Space Shuttle Challenger, which I can't imagine being part of that, considering the 2 space shuttles he flew on, one being the Columbia, one being the Challenger. We both know that those missions for those spaceships, they both had major disasters. Being in first grade, we watched the Space Shuttle Challenger live when it happened. And Columbia happened in 2003. So such a shame for those. We lost 14 astronauts on those 2 missions. Mr. Crippen was awarded the Congressional Space Medal of Honor and also inducted into the International Space Hall of Fame and the U.S. Astronaut Hall of Fame, among many, many other honors. And that's Mr. Bob Crippen. Hoping, I got to look to see if John Young signs. I think that'd be really cool to get both of them. But that was in 11 days for such a historic figure in our aerospace program. And that was Mr. Bob Crippen. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and as always, stay safe.